One of the biggest challenge for English learners is knowing how to improve when they are studying alone. Maybe you are studying alone and you get frustrated and you want to improve so quickly, but you just don't know how. In today's English lesson, I am going to teach you how to study alone and still improve your English rapidly. Hey everyone, my name is Shalima and welcome back to my another session of learning English and improving your English speaking skills with me. So before beginning, please subscribe to the channel so that you can get all the lessons that I post for you on this channel. Please like the video and share it with your friends, with your loved ones and with the person who really need this. So guys, are you ready for this? So let's begin. So the very first tip, if we talk about the tip number one is read aloud. I want you to pay close attention guys. Read aloud. Practice reading English text out loud. You might have a tons of books at home like I do have. If you are watching this video, right, and you might pick those books and read them, but you need to start reading aloud. Opening up your mouth, and maybe you are asking, Shalima, why is it so important? So guys, let me explain. There are 3 reasons why it is so important for you. If your goal is to improve your English rapidly, even though you are studying alone, the first reason why reading aloud is so important, it will improve your pronunciation. It will improve your intonation. Reading aloud helps you to become more aware of the sounds and rhythms of English, allowing you to practice the correct pronunciation and intonation pattern. For example, guys, you know my voice well. I'm happy to be your teacher. I'm honored to be your English teacher. So you know my patterns, you know my intonation, you know my pronunciation. So when you start practicing and reading aloud, even if you are alone, you will naturally start comparing your voice, your pronunciation, your intonation to what you have heard during my English lessons. And we are talking about boosting your English, improving your English rapidly, even when you studying alone. The second reason, guys, why this tip is so important, it enhances your memory retention through auditory reinforcement. Hearing your own voice actually reinforces memory, making it easier for you to remember words and phrases. Your brain is amazing, guys. Your brain is amazing. And in your goal to speak English fluently and with confidence in your efforts to achieve this goal, and you have to remember the power of hearing your own voice on a regular basis, and you will start to correct yourself and you will start to remember things even faster. So again, memory retention. And the third reason why reading aloud is so important, guys, it builds confidence in speaking on a regular practice. Okay, regular practice can reduce anxiety about speaking in public and make you more comfortable using English in conversations. I know that you feel a little bit discouraged at times because you are studying alone. I know you feel like maybe someone else has a better situation or more opportunities because they might be surrounded by English learners. But you have to remember, guys, it's not impossible for you to boost and improve your English rapidly. Okay? So remember, when you read aloud, it will actually increase your confidence. It's amazing how even studying alone can help you to improve your English. Alright? So tip number 1, read aloud. Okay, now let's talk about the tip number 2, listen to English media. listen to English media, engage with English podcasts, musics and videos, to watch videos, maybe even my videos. You need to start inundating yourself with English media, filling your mind with English media constantly, adding more and more. And guys, remember, we are talking about even though you are studying alone, being able to boost your English rapidly. So, 3 reasons why this is so important. Okay, so reason number 1 is enhance your listening skills and your comprehension. You see, exposures to different accents and speech speeds improve your ability to understand spoken English in various contexts and understand my pronunciation. You understand my intonation. You can follow my pace and my speed, and you are used to my voice. But the more you listen to podcasts and watch other videos, the more your ear will be able to pick up on different accents, different pronunciations, different intonations, and this is going to affect your ability to speak English fluently. The second reason is it will expose you to various accents and colloquial expressions. Understanding regional accents and slang terms is crucial, is imperative, is super important for effective communication, and it helps you to sound more natural. Now guys, if you want your listening skills to improve rapidly, you need to listen to many different accents. Each of the individuals you are listening can be American, they can be British, right? If you are looking for British English, but listening to these different accents will enhance your listening skills, which will automatically affect your speaking skills. Alright, now let's talk about the reason number 3 why this is so important. Reason number 3 is to provide a context for real world language use. You see, media often depicts real life sentences, helping you learn practical languages. Okay, and this happened to me when I was studying English. You know that I speak English and I live in India. I remember as I was on my journey learning the language, I would constantly watching different programs, everyone is speaking English, and I would listen to different music, different podcasts. Why? I want to get used to that accent, and I want to get used to the words, the terms, the expressions, the slangs that were being used in the real life. And this helped me when I went to speak with my friends, and this is why it's so important for you to follow tip number 2. All right, so listen to English media. You got it? So now let's talk about the tip number 3. Tip number 3 is write daily. Write daily. I'm going to say this again, write daily. It's important for you to keep a daily journal or even a blog in English. Now again, if you are watching this video on YouTube, you can see, behind this curtain, you can't see behind this curtain, but there are tons and tons of notebooks. Why I am in the habit of jotting down notes on a regular basis, right? When ideas comes to my mind, even right in front of me, in one of my video, I have shown my notes, right, for the day, and this is something that I have done for years. And since I was a child, this is an effective way of improving, enhancing your language skills. Let me give you 3 specific reasons why this tip is so important. Okay, so reason number 1, it improves your writing skills and your vocabulary. You see, writing regularly helps you to practice sentences structures and new vocabulary. If you watched my lesson last week, I spoke about 9 daily English practices. You need to truly boost your English, enhance your English conversation skills. And I posted one more video which is related to real life English. So when you watch my lessons, I'm sure you enjoy them, right? So go ahead, nod your head, yes, okay, you enjoy the lesson, but after you finish this lesson, all right, you can watch all the lessons because there are playlists are over there on my channel. So you might watch several other videos, right? So several other lessons, and that's perfect, but then you also need to start writing down in your journal. So what did you like the most? What was your favorite phrase? What was your favorite word? What was your favorite tip? This is important for you to write on the regular basis. Secondly, it will help you to organize your thoughts in English. You see guys, thinking in English while writing aids helps in fluency and makes it easier to express ideas clearly. And listen, when you have your notebook, when you take it out and you start writing things down, in order to writing something down, you must first think that, so you are starting to train yourself to think in English and then write down your thoughts. So what's going to happen now? When you go to the conversation, you have been practicing thinking in English so much, and it's going to be so easy for you to speak English. Alright? So here the reason, I'll just talk about the third reason. The third reason provides a record of progress and shows you areas needing, improvement. Reviewing past entries allows you to track your improvement and identify persistent mistakes. Again, going to take out this notebook. Now this is one of my oldest notebooks, right? But in this notebook I have started to take notes. And what's going to happen when I come back years from now, I look at this notebook and I'll say, I remember writing that down, and I remember what I was thinking when I wrote that. You can see my handwriting, right? I remember same is true for when you go back and review your notes, okay? So your notes, your daily journals, you will see I have improved so much. So as you can see, it's like something blurry in my notebook. It's of 2014's notebook. So this is my oldest one. Okay, now let's talk about the tip number 3, write daily. Okay, now let's talk about the tip number 4, use flashcard. You heard me right, flashcards. You see, create flashcard for new vocabulary and phrases. Why is this so important when you are studying alone, but you want to boost your English and improve rapidly? So you see, when you use flashcard, it will aid in memorization through repetition. Regular review of flashcards reinforce your memory and aids long-term retention. And you might be sitting at work, and you might be working with your kids, you might be out and about, you have your flashcards with you, then you whip a few of them, and when you are waiting in line at that grocery store, okay, retention, it means to keep information in next world, and you have the opportunity to remind yourself of what you have learned and be able to retain it even more. Now reason number 2, it can be used for quick review session. I actually just showed you an example, right? If you are watching the video, but I explained when you are at grocery store, flashcards are portable and convenient, allowing for study, do it during spare moments, and finally helps in categorizing and recalling vocabulary, and organizing flashcards by theme or difficulty level can make learning more systematically. Okay, so we are talking about you to improve your English even though you are studying alone. Okay, and you are being alone, you want to improve your English rapidly, right? So here the tip number 4 was use flashcards. Now let's talk about the tip number 5. It is practice speaking. Again, practice speaking. You need to talk to yourself or use language apps to practice speaking something that happens when you practice actually speaking even when you are alone. It's important for you to practice speaking. Now, why this is so important? So, reason number one, it builds speaking fluency and confidence. You see guys, regular practice helps you to speak more smoothly and naturally. Okay. Reason number two, it reinforces language structures and vocabulary. You see, speaking uses different parts of the brain compared to reading or writing, depending your understanding of the language. And you have to remember how amazing your brain is. So guys, our previous tip was all about writing on a daily basis. Now we are talking about speaking on a regular basis. Okay. Here the reason number three is it mimics real life conversations. You see, practicing common phrases and responses prepares you for real interactions. Don't let studying alone stop you or hinder you from improving your English. You can do it. It will prepare for you for the real life interactions that will comes to you. Okay. Now, I'll just talk about the tip number 5, practice speaking. Now, tip number 6, record yourself. Record yourself. Okay guys, listen, record and listen to your speaking practice. Now you can do this by recording a video of yourself, or you can do a record an audio clip. This has done so much to help you. Okay. You can do it on a regular basis even if you are alone in your home, right? And no one else around them is able to speak English when they record themselves. I have watched my students when no one is there around them. Okay. Guys, here I am going to share you the reason. So reason number one is it helps you to identify pronunciation and grammatical errors. You see, listening to recording of yourself allows you to catch mistakes and you might not notice while speaking. Next, it allows for self-assessment and correction. Self-assessment is a powerful tool for improving language skills, and this is something that I need you to understand. Many a times as an English learners, many a times you think that your teacher listen closely, you think that your teacher is the most important. That's not true. You guys are the most important. Listen carefully guys. You see, as your English teacher, I'm honored, I'm happy, and yes, my role is important, right? As you are going on on my English journey, however, I am simply giving you the tools. You need to have to pick up those tools and actually use them. If I only give you the tool and you never use it, there is no point. But once you receive the tool from me and decide to put this tool into practice, into use, you will start seeing amazing results. Again, going back to the power of self-assessment, you are the most important individual on your English learning journey. Listen to yourself after you recorded. Watch yourself if you recorded a video of yourself and start assessing yourself, and you will be amazed at how quickly you will improve. Okay, so let's talk about the another reason is building your confidence in speaking. Guys, your voice, your own voice in English actually helps you to reduce English speaking anxiety. And you know what I'm talking about right now? When you get to a conversation and all of a sudden maybe your palms start sweating, maybe you start shaking a bit because you get nervous, right? Or maybe you feel like your brain goes white or blank. You can't remember anything, and this is what anxiety feels like. And when you are going to speak English in a group situation, but the more you practice recording yourself, then listening to yourself and watching yourself, the more comfortable you become with your own voice, so that when you get to the situation where you would normally feel nervous all of a sudden you feel confident. Alright, so here let me share the tip number 7. Practice listening and speaking. Listen to English audio while repeating it. Okay, for example, you are watching me right now and I'm teaching you the English lesson. If you are listening to me via the podcast or you are listening to me right now on my YouTube, so what I want you to do is, as you are watching, as you are listening, try to repeat what I'm saying, because I have uploaded one shadow lesson on my channel. You can go and check. Okay, where I was teaching, and I want you to stay, and I'm speaking you to, I'm teaching you to practice speaking, spontaneously as you are listening. Let me explain why this is so important, guys. Okay, this enhance both listening and speaking skills. All right, and it reinforce both the skills, listening and speaking, and it reinforces correct pronunciation and rhythm, and you are trying to follow along, keeping the rhythm, then follow the pace, mimicking native speakers improves your own pronunciation and fluency. I did this exact same thing when I was studying English, and that is why I have created that shadowing lesson. So I would watch the videos and I would listen to the podcast and I would try to repeat, and what I was watching I was hearing as I listened to the podcast. And finally this improves retention through multiple senses, your ears, and your speaking through your mouth. Using multiple senses strengthens memory and understanding. And guys, we are talking about studying alone and still being able to improve your English rapidly. That's it for today's video, guys. If you like the video, please give thumbs up, and I think you enjoyed the video and you are going to take all these tasks, whatever I have shared with you, and you will apply it in your daily life. All right, so if you like the video, if you enjoyed the video, please let me know in the comment section. Please like the video and don't forget to subscribe my channel. So thanks for watching. Bye bye, take care.